Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, it'll be
we'll bleep it out.
It's
Yeah.
a nightmare.
And that's the opening right there. Yo, what's going on, fam? Welcome to Eat My Assets. I'm joined here by your favorite, Aranta.
Am I the favorite? Hi.
By the second favorite.
Hi.
And also joined here by Miss C from California. Miss C, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Missy, that's kind of cute. Ooh.
Oh.
Right?
So it's not Miss C, it's Missy?
Missy.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what? I like what you're doing.
I
You
had
might be the first
espresso.
favorite.
I'm the favorite.
That's good input. That's good input today. But for those of you that are first tuning in or tuning in for the first time, Eat My Assets, what we're really about, really just trying to show you how other New Yorkers are managing their finances today. So a big thing about this is just financial transparency. With that, maybe Missy, you see what I did?
Yeah.
My voice almost cracked, actually. My stomach dropped. I was like,
Starting puberty.
yeah, Missy, tell me about adolescence.
It was a rough time.
But Missy, if you can, for the audience, telling us a little bit about what you do and how much you make per year.
So I am a new grad physician assistant. I just finished school in August and took
snaps.
forwards. Thank you. I just got hired at a major hospital here in New York, and I'm working with transplant patients, which is going to be a really challenging, but I think really fulfilling and exciting role that I feel like really honored to be a part of.
So what's the official title of your role, and how much do you make?
So I'm a physician assistant, and my base salary is $122,000. But because I'm working night shifts, I get a 10% pay increase. So that's going to be just about $135,000.
Oh, wow.
Let's go.
And then I got a $5,000 signing bonus.
Oh my God, it keeps going.
Wait,
keep up.
Wait. Is that tradition? I've never heard of anyone getting a signing bonus in the healthcare industry, or unless I'm crazy. Have you heard of anyone getting?
No.
Maybe traveling nurses or something? Do they get?
Traveling nurses are making bank right now.
Yeah.
But I know it's going down because COVID's calming down. But I don't know if it's normal. I will say that in my initial offer, they didn't offer me the signing bonus. I was really just coached by my sister when I was accepted. And I knew I wanted to take it. And I was so excited for it. But my sister's like, you never accept the first offer. And it was just like, you're an idiot if you don't try to get something more. Because no, it's a And I was like, okay. So the way I framed it, in order to try to get more money, per my sister's recommendation, is I'm very excited for this opportunity. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I love the team. I love the people. I love the medicine that you guys do. But I will say I have other offers that are offering me more. And
I love that.
Yeah.
and then saying, is there anything you can do to make my decision a little bit easier, because I really love this role.
Ooh, that's smooth.
That's a good. I tell people all the time, like, just tell people you have like 10 offers on the table.
Exactly.
This is like you're my favorite though.
Yeah, like I like you the best. Oh,
Mr.
doggy.
Mr.
But you just have to prove you're in high demand and that you're worth more money.
Yeah.
That's why the offers come in, you know what I mean? You just say like, hey, I'm making these 10 offers. But that's great money, and like, hell yeah, you got 5K
awesome.
extra.
It was a 4-minute conversation and they gave me $5,000. So the biggest thing I learned out of that is always try to negotiate for more and don't take the first offer.
Did you say you guys were looking through like LinkedIn and Indeed too? Do health professionals look through those same sites?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of postings on like all the traditional job websites. I know like in terms of PA, they have like a job board on the like AAPA website, but I'm cheap and I didn't sign up to be a member of it.
Do you have to pay to be on that board?
It's because like you help like support their, I don't even know what it is, union, for like help PAs, which I should partake in, but right now I have no money.
With that money, do you know how much you're making post-tax? I know you didn't start yet, but
There's like one of these fun calculators online of how much will I make post-tax in New York State, and I only put 135. I didn't put in the signing bonus that I'm getting, and I know that's also taxable, but I just put 135, and it was something like $93,000 post taxes that I make annually.
92. Can you look that up real quick and divide that
Yeah.
by 12? Also, like I don't even know, a lot of people don't use that calculator. I feel like even when I got my job, I never used a calculator to calculate post tax.
Oh, I like
Estimates.
made a budget. I'm that person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that.
And like a financial vision.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't even think about that when I moved
Yeah.
here. I didn't
God, I
calculate
really should
it.
have done that. It's 7,666 estimated.
Okay, that's decent amount of money. And
Definitely.
so with that, have some rapid fire questions for you, taking out
Great.
our second favorite segment, Asian Dora,
What's our first favorite?
financial fetish. Some quick questions for you. How much you paying on rent
$16.50 a month before utilities.
before utilities? And with utilities, how much is that? Or
It's going to be like $100 more.
What about subscriptions? How much you paying there?
I do not have any subscriptions except for Spotify, which I have through my .edu account. Well, I don't have my undergrad one anymore, but my PA school one, they said we get to keep our .edu email forever.
Really?
And yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the rules are regarding this.
I
But
still have
I
mine.
feel like I haven't had. Oh wait, you have yours?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use it for discounts?
I should. I
Do you
guess.
use it for other discounts?
just Spotify,
It's getting
I
sidetracked.
think
a little
my
bit, but no, I'm just
Spotify is
curious.
on there too.
and
Your
it's only like
this-
the number might be wrong, but I think it's like $8 or $9 a month, which really isn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so many other discounts with .edu accounts.
What other stuff can you just out of
No, I
curiosity?
just looked it up, and you can do ASOS and Nike, and
All student discounts?
yeah, like 10% ASOS.
How? Oh, 10% ASOS. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
rocking ASOS right now.
It's nice.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
fuck with ASOS heavy for everyone. All the dudes want.
Oh my God! Wait.
Clothes.
It's a great fit.
Yeah, like Pretty Little Thing Express. Go on 17.com. It'll give you a list of all of these.
It's a good move, honestly, because it's if you're already going to be like buying something, you might as well see if you can get a discount.
You can get
RIP to Topshop, but you could have gotten 10% off.
10% off shop. 10% off what?
Using Topshop.
But you're buying from other people.
What? Topshop, like the clothing store.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Top Shot.
I also
NBA
thought you
Top
said Top Shot.
Oh, that's the.
Talking NFT,
NFT
like
stuff.
10% discount.
I'm just talking about clothes.
That's
Physical
dope.
clothes.
I mean, you could probably get mad stuff off, like if you have,
Yeah, I have
if you
to.
still have access to
do
yours. I don't have
this
access to
more.
mine anymore. But what about investing? Do you invest per month, or even what you're looking to invest in the future per month?
So, I mean, I don't currently have any money because I just finished being a full-time.
True.
I mean, I do, but it's like I just finished being a full-time graduate student, and they like basically tell you can't work while you're doing it. So yes, I'm very interested in investing, and I definitely plan on investing once I start getting my salary or receiving my salary. Because it's something that's really been pushed in my brain since I was like a kid, because both of my parents are really big on investing. And that's how my parents paid for my undergrad, but I'm paying for PA school. But for undergrad, the way they did it is since I was born, they put X amount in it was something like a Charles Schwab account every month,
Yeah.
and they would invest it for them. And by the time I got to college, all that money was already there, and they didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
And that's something that's like been pushed in my brain. It's like if you start saving now or start investing now, as my dad always says, you have the best thing on your side, and that's time. And so I'm definitely want to start investing right away, because it's just with compound interest, and if it's just going to be sitting there for years anyway, you might as well just let it keep making its more money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, the power of compound interest for everyone else like tuning in, like take the S&P 500 for instance. Assuming that grows 9.8% each year, even through recessions, if you were to invest $1 a day into the S&P 500, you would get estimated like after 50 years somewhere in between 500 to 550K. Like you could do the math and double check me on that, something around there.
Oh wow.
But that's just with $1 a day, you know,
$1 just every day.
just $1 every day.
I'm
Now,
gonna start doing this.
I mean, usually people allocate like on a per month or per bi-weekly schedule because of the paycheck. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Also,
I also get-
inputting $1 a day is kind of like
It's tedious.
yeah.
yeah, I get the other side though of like we might die tomorrow. It's like how I want to spend my money now. Like I
Definitely.
totally get that. Like I'm someone that invests long term, but I get
But
the
it's also like you want to, if you're thinking about having kids, like you may be starting that account early as you grow a little bit.
Are you
and-
thinking to start an account?
well, I need a boyfriend. first.
Don't you have one?
No, I don't talk to boys.
Oh, can't be incriminated in this podcast, Missy.
We won't say any names.
No, I don't talk to boys.
Rod's a single.
Next on The Bachelorette.
It sounds like even through that, you'll have a good amount of money to be spending.
Definitely.
New York City's expensive, though, just to give you a heads up.
Oh, I am well aware. I feel like since I've been here, I've just been hemorrhaging money. It's insane. It's like $20 for a drink that doesn't even give me a buzz. That's a weak drink. If I'm going to spend $20 for a drink, it better be a strong drink.
Now you're talking. Yeah, she's crossing the line.
But it's true. I mean, we feel it every day. We eat it, just like our assets.
Oh, I still get. I'm still gonna keep ordering them. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like. But
you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's like you don't live in New York City to sit at home in your apartment all day. You live in New York City to really go out and to meet people and to go to bars and restaurants and go to experience things, and it's just going to cost a lot of money.
Talk to us a little bit more about the rent stuff, because you just moved to New York, right? So you've probably seen some
Yeah.
I hear horror stories, but I'm just curious like how that situation unfolded.
Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, it'll be
we'll bleep it out.
It's a nightmare.
And that's the opening right there. Beep. That's our opening right there.
Perfect, because it really is. It's just, especially it was a really hard process, I think, trying to do it all the way from California. So the place I'm moving in tomorrow, I haven't seen in person yet.
Oh.
And the girl I'm living with, haven't met her in person yet.
You're getting the real experience.
We're just full sending it, and we're going to see how tomorrow goes, but I'm feeling really optimistic. But the housing market, it's just here is insane. Everything moves so quickly. It's so expensive. So I've been casually looking on Street Easy because I've known forever that I want to move to New York, and I'm like slightly a psychopath that has to like start researching things ahead of time. And so I've been looking since February, just casually. Not that I thought anything I saw in February.
That's awesome though.
But it's just, the market's so crazy here. Like things I saw get posted, the next day would be gone. Because it's just, I feel like there's so much demand here and there's so many people. And the second it's a quality apartment, it's going to get taken in an instant. Thankfully, though, right now in October, the housing market has slowed down significantly here in New York. And I think it's multifaceted of why that's happening. I think I don't know if it has or is about to start. I don't know. A recession has started. I don't know. Someone can fact check me on that. The economy is slowing down for my very basic understanding of it. And I think it's really slowed. It slowed the housing market down and the renting market down. And so a lot of the stuff we were looking at stayed on the market for over a week, which is unheard of here. Yeah. Like that's a big deal here, which is kind of like a mind-boggling thing. And so we found a few different apartments that we liked, but one thing that I learned coming into this process that I didn't know before, I learned about broker's fees.
Yeah, they're a nightmare over here.
Cue the dun dun dun.
Yeah. Was it the typical for? I'm guessing that were they asking at least for like the first month of rent?
So yeah, it's the place I'm living at right now, or I'm moving in tomorrow. I just gave them about $5,000 2 days ago because they asked for a 1 month broker's fee. And remember, I'm cutting rent in half. So so for my half, it's a 1 month broker's fee. It's first month's rent and then a month's rent security deposit.
Jeez, what? Oh my God.
$5K down.
So I was like, crazy. Okay, take my money. Here you go. And it's a racket, but it's kind of crazy because a 1 month broker's fee was a win to us.
They don't do though, which is pissing me off. Like,
they do nothing. Literally nothing.
An email or two.
Yeah, they actually get aggro with you. They get aggressive on the email. Like, I don't even care. I don't even need you. Like,
no.
This place is going to get taken. Yeah.
And it's just like, so this lady just got paid like $3,400 for like answering a few emails. And like she showed the girl I'm living with the apartment for not even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And why are we responsible for paying the people that the landlord hired?
Yeah.
Like someone explained that to me because it's not, I think it's different. It's like if you come with your own real estate agent that's showing you places or whatever. Yeah.
Usually,
yeah. Like a buying agent or what have you, or I guess renting agent in this like case. But just someone I didn't even hire, didn't even care to talk to. I owe them this money is crazy to me.
Yeah,
like,
I've looked at property investments here in New York City before, and there's this really nice spot in downtown Manhattan. The price was super affordable to like actually buy. Everything looked great, and then you see the HOA fees.
Oh.
And the HOA fees are like $10,000 a month. You have to cut your kidney and leave it in, like in a dry freezer somewhere. And I was like, and that's how they get you.
I'm never going to own anything ever.
Imagine paying $10K a month forever. But that's why you have to be really rich. Like that apartment, even though it seemed cheap, like you have to be really rich.
So if you buy the place, you still have to pay $10K a month
forever
for HOA.
For
I don't
HOA
get
fees.
that.
That's like more than rent in a lot of places.
Yeah,
like
Because they only want like creme of the crop of the people to live. They only want like the richest people to live there.
What did you say? Creme of the
Creme of the crop?
creme of the crop?
Is that not how you say it?
I don't know.
it's like creme of the crop.
Cream
Oh,
of the
cream
crop?
of the crop.
I don't know.
I said the French version.
Creme of the crop.
But it was crop.
It's just though the market here can do that because it's so competitive, and it's just if you don't give them your money, someone else will.
Yeah. What was like the worst fee that you saw when you were searching for it?
15% of the annual fee
God.
or the annual
Annual?
rent. Annual. It was insane. So we found this one apartment. It was perfect. Like it was a block from the park, a block from Whole Foods and Trader Joe's in
That
the
sounds
Upper
really-
West Side.
sounds
A
really
nice
nice.
2-bedroom in-unit washer dryer in our budget. And I was just like, this is everything I want in an apartment. I was so excited about it. And then they're like, oh, it's a 15% fee. So it's an extra like $6,000 that you have to pay the broker
Holy sh-
just to rent that apartment.
Wait, how much was the rent per month?
It was like 3,300 or something ballpark around there.
Like
So up front, she's paying.
5,940.
You're paying $6,000
Jesus.
up front just for the broker's fee.
just for the broker's fee, just to
That's
pay
insane.
someone I didn't even hire or care to talk
Like
to.
that's not
Like-
including
That gets me
first
mad,
month.
actually,
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's literally just a broker's fee, nothing else,
It's
right?
literally nothing else. It's not a security deposit. It's not the first month's rent. It's not
Oh my
anything.
God.
It's literally just giving a person $6,000 just cause.
And it's because in New York real estate, they literally don't give a. They just show you for 5 minutes, like you need to sign between the dot lines here because we're not going to give you any. Like we're not going to show you anymore.
It's
You know what I
insane.
mean? They don't care.
It's insane. And it's like, and I was reading about this because I was so upset. I was like, why does this exist? It doesn't exist. I've never heard of it, at least in my time in California, because I lived in Northern and Southern California. And I was like, why does this exist? And I was reading how in 2019, they actually got rid of broker's fees. They like made it illegal in the state of New York or city. I don't
Wait,
know.
you said 2019?
2019.
That's when I got this apartment.
Did you have a broker's fee?
No, I didn't pay a broker's
Well,
fee.
no, because it was legal.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay a broker's fee.
Well,
Well,
you could sue.
lucky you.
apparently.
I'm almost positive.
Well, lucky you, basically, for saving thousands of dollars.
Yeah, that's great. I love this place. Yeah.
Me too. It's great.
I paid immediately though. The guy was like, "Hey, listen, this place is gonna get taken in 10 minutes if you don't put your deposit down." And
Because that's how the
10
New York
minutes.
housing market
put your
works.
deposit down in 10 minutes.
It's insane, really. It's like if you don't do it immediately, someone else will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking at us. We came in the room and he was just looking at his phone, just like scrolling.
like, you want
around.
it? All right, you
Yeah.
got it.
Well, you gotta
You
pay.
want it?
You gotta
You
pay
got it.
5,100.
What is that
like
song?
You gotta do.
You guys really won with this apartment. It's a great apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a duplex. They're living large.
It's,
The pitch ceilings, unparalleled.
Oh my
Where
God,
else do you
yeah.
get this in the city?
it's good for activities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vertical activities, less about like horizontal activities.
But
What are horizontal?
but it must have been nice in 20. I just got that.
Oh, I get it now too. Wait, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I literally just said.
But lucky
Oh,
you, because since 2021, this lady basically said broker's fees are illegal in New York. This like Supreme Court justice lady or some Susan something
Oh,
hate her
Judge
or don't
Susan.
hate her.
Judge, she just hate her
guns.
one thing.
Susan, it was a bad call. Like,
Yeah.
you really screwed a lot of people over.
What did Susan do?
So the law in 2019, it was like something act. I don't remember what it was. They said brokers' fees like are not legitimate here in New York and made it illegal to have brokers' fees. Then in 2021, this like Supreme Court lady, Susan something, actually said, yes, it is okay to have brokers' fees here in New York City because I guess the law that they passed in 2019 didn't specifically say broker's fees.
Wow.
And so she was like, actually, yes, you can have broker's fees here in New York. And now I'm paying $6,000 for no reason.
Apparently, it says she's called it an error of the law, the fact that they banned it because of the misinterpretation, whatever.
She messed up.
Probably,
she fucked up.
It would have probably been a bigger deal, and I feel like we would have all heard about it if it wasn't like mid-COVID. But I actually
That's
never
true.
heard about it.
Me either.
Which is like,
I kind of really thought that
Susan.
some part. Yeah.
Susan.
But also no, she could be a wonderful woman.
yeah, that's
Or
true.
Maybe
not.
she
could
we
be.
love a strong woman and she's a queen just for doing the job she's doing.
We don't actually know that.
And, but maybe she's awful. Maybe she's great. Maybe she's awful, but also bad call, Susan.
yeah, bad call, Susan.
Finger in the wind estimate.
Finger in. She's saying all these phrases. I'm learning so much.
I say this all the time. A figure in the wind estimate. What do you think you are spending on food and drinks? Let's start there.
No
In
idea.
the past month, how much do you think you spent?
I mean, this month, the past 2 months have been crazy. I finished school, came to New York for a bit, and then traveled around Asia for 5 weeks. So I wouldn't say that's going to be like my normal spending habits, and I really have no. And then I went home for a little bit and didn't have any expenses.
Uh-huh.
So my expenses have really been all over the place. So I don't know, $2,000 for.
For food, okay. Food and drinks. What about travel? How much do you think you spent?
This is just September, by the way.
Just September. 1,500. Is that including like hotels and flights, or just flights?
Flights and hotels.
Yeah.
And hotels.
Because I think I booked some of them ahead of September too. We'll say 1,500.
1,500. Okay. So starting off with the guess of $2,000 in food and drinks. Rons, what was the real value there?
It was actually $1,041.10. Damn.
I guess anyone could just guess way over.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Make yourself sound a little bit better.
That was a horrible guess.
I really have no idea.
Yeah, maybe
We
guess
can't
better
give you
next
credit
time.
for that.
You can tell I'm keeping really close track of
Yeah.
my finances right now.
We can't allow that. Okay. What about, so for travel, the guess is $1,500.
Yeah.
What should you actually spend on travel?
So, actually, for this month, for the past month, it was just $690.97.
Because September was
Oh,
the
yeah.
last bit of the traveling. I think that's
Yeah.
why. So
okay.
we traveled most of August and then like the first week of September. And then September I kind of just like chilled for a little bit.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it went
makes
from
sense.
like all these countries and then just like California.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, at least like you're trying to get a good estimate. You're sort of close in the second part there, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Not really.
No, not
She
at all.
guessed 1,500 and it was like 600.
I know, actually, percentage-wise, yeah, that was also a horrible guess. what was the total expenses that she spent?
Total expenses was $3,508.82.
It's not bad.
Sizable amount.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
just
good.
like going away, not going away party. Well, I guess you could call it going away, but this is your one time you could travel before
Yeah.
you start
Definitely.
your real job.
Yeah, and that was something I knew since I started like grad school, because it was just like my head was down. You don't really get a lot of breaks. You're just really incessantly grinding, and I knew that like once I finished school and the time in between school and work is like, when else am I gonna have this much free time?
Yeah.
And so that was something that was really important to me to do, was to go travel for like a month plus. Was it a great financial decision? Probably not.
It was a great experience, though. That's all that really matters.
And you're gonna make
Exactly.
good money to pay your
Yeah.
student loans
Yeah.
and whatnot too. So
I wanted
Yeah.
to do that after I graduated, but then the world ended.
yeah, damn.
I know.
I mean, a remote world now, it's kind of great because we. Can
I know.
be-
Now it's awesome
We
now.
can be
I mean,
wherever.
yeah.
But with that, that's the total expense. Let's actually dive into some of these expenses. So we were able to take a look, and we usually try to find like 2 or 3 things that really stick out to us that we're just really curious about.
It makes me nervous. I don't know why.
We
Don't know if
were-
there's a gray area here.
Yeah.
Ron, if you wanna take us away here?
We see a $660.62 charge for Kiwi.com.
That's a flight. That's like you book
Overtime.
flights on it.
Then oh my God! Wait. So then, if you added the $660 to your travel, that would have been around $1,500. So that your guess was actually right on the dot,
Crushing
or
it.
almost.
So we
like-
didn't add Kiwi.
yeah, because
So
we
the
just
guess
didn't
was-
know
yeah.
what Kiwi. I should have Googled that.
Actually, I just bought $600 worth of kiwis.
Kiwi, but you had 3 separate transactions there. So what were you? What do you usually use that for? Just flights?
You can book flights with it. I can't remember if I also booked a hotel. I remember when we were in the Philippines, we could book flights from and like trains, and I want to say trains on it, but I really don't remember.
Those are just all flights.
Yeah, it was
I've
mostly
never heard
flights.
of Kiwi. in my
Me
entire
either.
life.
Now we know.
Because
Yeah.
there's like
Why
this
is it
really
better?
small. I liked it, and I knew I trusted it. And there's just like these really small niche airlines where you're going between small islands in the Philippines.
Oh.
And for some reason, they didn't like taking my credit cards, even though they're international credit cards. And Kiwi, I know, is like it's internationally based company. And so I would just book my flights through them for these like small airlines as opposed to going directly to the airlines websites.
Got you.
That's a great little thing to know.
How's their support though? If like you were to get over somehow, would they hook you up with a refund or something? Because you're going through a third-party seller, is what it sounds like.
I hope so, but I really don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I didn't have any issues with it, so it's just, I can't really report on that.
Like I'm guessing you buy in Kiwi's portal, right? You're not actually going to the website.
Mike,
Yeah.
you've been on Kiwi before, according to your laptop.
I looked it up before the show. That's a good hack for
Yeah,
everyone else.
that's
Like
awesome.
international travel, it's like maybe that's a good spot to look at. You're going with a third-party vendor. What's the next on the expense item?
We were curious what the Forest of Nicene is. I don't know if I said that right.
How much was that for?
$8. I just want to know what that is.
It's a forest right near my parents' place. So my parents live in Aptos, California. But there's this really cute, I guess. There's this huge redwood forest right near the beach over in that town. And it's called the Forest of Nicene Marks. And they have these huge redwood trees and like these rivers
Wait,
and whatever.
Where in California?
Aptos, California.
Aptos.
So it's like this small little sleepy beach town.
Oh,
And
that
I
sounds like a dream.
Adore it. And
I'll use Kiwi to go there right now.
but just Nicene Marks is amazing. It's just this great redwood forest in Northern California that I love to take my family dog and go hiking. And so sometimes you have to pay for parking.
Oh, that was that?
That's that charge.
Well, that sounds so nice.
That's dope, actually. Yeah, $8 for all that. I mean, New York City can't get
Yeah.
anything around here.
So I just realized we should have just brought this up earlier, but so much of your expenses were from Thailand, South Korea, and the Philippines,
Yeah.
which was fun to see the new currencies.
Did you go to those
And
three countries?
Hmm?
Is that where you went? Those three countries?
Those were the 3 countries we went to in trip of a lifetime. It was amazing.
Damn,
That
it's,
sounds
how long were you out
awesome.
for?
Like 4 or 5 weeks.
Was it expensive traveling in Southeast Asia? Because I've been in Southeast Asia, obviously, but for you, like,
It can be very cheap, but if you want to be really bougie, it can be a normal price.
I feel like that's like anywhere.
what was average meal out there? Out of curiosity.
So I would say Korea was comparable to United States pricing, which hurt my wallet quite a bit. But in terms of Thailand and the Philippines, like, so we downloaded, there's so many restaurants, you never know where to go, and it's like really
Yeah.
overwhelming. We downloaded the Michelin Star app.
You're
And
only going Michelin star in Southeast Asia.
and so no, but then they have like food vendors where it's like like people on the streets with like a little like they're like just like street vendors that have Michelin ratings. And so there were
that
literally
is so fun.
yeah.
That's sick.
And so in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, we didn't do it as much in Manila or in the Philippines, but mostly like Bangkok, Chiang Mai, there's hundreds of them.
Really? Michelin star street vendors out there?
Michelin star,
Damn, I
and
was
so
in
you can
Thailand.
go
Like
I
a
never
little
checked.
eat my assets trip
and you can
to vet, obviously.
Yeah,
And
just to make sure.
Yeah.
and it's like, and it can save. It's great financial advice because you can go to these Michelin rated restaurants and get like a giant thing of pad thai for $2,
Damn.
and it's amazing, and it has a Michelin star.
I mean, I was eating pad thai for like $1 out there, but it definitely wasn't Michelin. I like had some serious stomach problems.
And that was like actually one way I think we avoided having any stomach issues out there because I know street vendors I was very hesitant about because I've heard a lot of horror stories.
Yeah.
But if it has a Michelin star, it made me feel better that I wasn't going to get some type of food poisoning from it. And we
Yeah.
went the whole trip and never got wrecked. So.
I wasn't worried until it happened to me, and then that's when I was like, damn, I gotta like.
I've actually never gotten food poisoning from traveling.
What about Philippines? How much was it per meal over there? My home country.
I feel like we're living like kings while we were there. So I would say we had a lot of the meals we had were pretty expensive, but that's just because we would go to like the nicest places.
Yeah, it could get pricey there if you go to like, because it's pretty modernized there, even though it's not like super first worldy.
No, and I think there were like we were staying at this area in Manila called BGC. And it's so nice, so walkable. We went to Ruth Chris Steakhouse one night. Yeah, and so obviously like yes, Philippines can be very cheap, but we weren't really picking the cheap options.
You're just going to Denny's and like, there's a Denny's outside the clubs actually.
Yeah, we went to that Denny's. We went I think it can be super affordable. And those were like conversations we were having of like hotels we were booking where I'm like, there's a 4-star hotel for $50 a night. But the person I was with always wanted to stay at a super nice hotel. And that just
seems on brand.
Yeah, I can see that.
And when you're staying in a super nice hotel and you're just eating at the restaurant there, it's always going to be like $1 million.
4-star for 50 is great, by the way.
I know. That's what I was trying to get to. But
I try to tell people Philippines is so cheap. You can travel around everywhere, get really nice hotels, and eat really good food for cheap. I'm really interested to hear about long-term for you financially. Even with your job, like I don't even know from your job how you grow and what that looks like financially too, but
definitely.
We'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
You're asking $1 million question. That's something I've been having like a bit of an existential crisis about right now. Because my whole life, I've always been working towards something. In terms of high school, you get into a great college. In college, I decided I want to go to PA school, so I was doing all these things to get into PA school. Then when I got into PA school, I was like, I need to graduate, I need to pass boards, and I need to get a job. And that's always been like where my sights have been. But now that I'm here, I'm trying to figure out where my sights are going next. Because I think there's always just been such a clear path of what I wanted to do. And so now I'm just really excited to actually have my life be a little bit more consistent and stable. I guess overall my vision is paying off some loans, making good investments, figuring out a good side hustle, whether that is doing overtime, but maybe doing something else with my time in order to diversify my work experience. I think that would be really interesting.
You're about to have like 4 days a week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly.
You don't do the OT, which you'd be making a lot of money on.
And that's what I've been trying to weigh. It's like overtime's very enticing because it's flexible and you can do it when you just have time and it pays pretty well. But at the same time, like what I'm doing right now, which is like working with transplant patients, it's pretty niche.
Yeah.
And so it's not applicable to a lot of other areas of healthcare. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, say down the line I don't want to do transplant. Like how do I make myself a desirable applicant and have diversified my work experience? So right now I have 3 months of training and I really just want to put my heart and soul into that and get really good at my job. But after the 3 months of training, I really want to stop and think about what is going to be my side hustle? How am I going to diversify my work experience? So I guess we'll see what that is and what that means. I have a few ideas, but we'll see how it goes.
What's the next job title and also like job salary from here?
So the thing is, it's like being a PA has a ceiling in terms of like my title doesn't go up unless I go to med school and become a doctor, which not doing.
I actually don't know.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, so it's a ceiling in terms of title, but it's not a ceiling. I mean, there is, but not as much in terms of salary. So that's I'm very excited that, especially as a new grad, for my salary, and I'm really like grateful for it.
Awesome.
But I've even met a lot of other PAs who work in dermatology or even do aesthetic dermatology, like
really?
Botox or whatever,
Yeah,
they make like $250 plus. Like
private
that
practice or
you can do private, private practice, and they can make like good money. So that's something I've been thinking about in terms of diversifying my work experience. If I could find a gig that like lets me do it once or twice a week to get that experience, which easier said than done, but we'll see how it goes.
God, if you end up doing the Botox, I'm gonna just come to you.
We'll have a nice Botox
you're supposed
party.
to start when you're 25, so next year maybe.
Oh, really?
I'll try it
Why is
out.
that?
I don't know. I just keep hearing that around.
I think that's just TikTok. I'm convinced it's
Something,
TikTok
you know,
marketing, honestly.
You're probably right. I'm very influenceable.
What was the reasoning behind the 25?
I don't know. Like you start getting it because maybe you start look. I have wrinkles. I mean, not really, but when I go like that.
I thought everyone.
I mean,
so that's the ideology behind starting it when you're young. So it's like how I can go like this and it wrinkles my forehead. I go like this and I have like the crow's feet or whatever.
Yeah.
Down the line, as I become an older person and not 25, these are going to turn into wrinkles. So the idea of starting Botox earlier is you're paralyzing these nerves, so you can't move your face in that way, so the wrinkles don't form. But I don't think that people at 25, I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on it yet because I'm not in that field, but that's just my understanding of it.
Damn, I'm gonna stop laughing and shit. I'm not laughing.
yeah.
I read that's why Kim Kardashian doesn't smile in photos, because then she doesn't like wrinkle her face, so then she ages more gracefully.
Interesting. And
Oh, she's
also-
got great. I mean,
Yeah. That kind of sucks, though.
Yeah.
Missy, appreciate you coming on the show.
Of
showing us some
course.
finances. Congrats on the new gig, and
Thank
that's awesome.
you.
Yeah, welcome to New York City.
Thank you.
And for everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're trying to find us on our socials, it is at eatmyassets.com. Hopefully I don't get banned for saying that. I'm saying assets, TikTok,
Yeah.
not saying anything else. Don't try to make it
Stop
something else.
banning us. Don't like being in jail. TikTok jail. Boo.
But hey, if you like this show, you're in New York City, you want to be a part of it, you want to be transparent, come on over, hit us up, email us, reach out to us in the comments. And we obviously, like, we won't say your full name. There's going to be some discretion there. But we'd love to have you on the show. And, with that, Ronz, if you want to wrap us up.
We will now see you on Wednesday.
Oh, that is true. We are airing on Wednesdays, for those of you that are watching. All right, squad. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week's episode.